Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And let's continue the series I started yesterday, where I attempt to name the best player in each NHL franchise's history. Their all-time GOAT. Previously did this for both NFL and NBA. You can check them out in playlists. Going in alphabetical order, today we land on the Boston Bruins. Now, the Boston Bruins have been out around quite a lengthy amount of time. Inaugural season was the 1924-25 season. So 100 years of NHL action. They've won 6 Stanley Cups in 1929, 1939, 1941, 1970, 1972, and 2011. Now, 2 years ago, I did my NHL Mount Rushmores for teams, for best players in each franchise's history. So I've been revisiting them before I name the GOAT of each team, just seeing if I would make any changes in the 2 years that have passed. And I did decide to make a change with the Bruins. So the 4 guys I had, alphabetical order by last name. Patrice Bergeron, I did not originally have him. Bergeron's career ended in 2022-23. All 19 seasons with the Bruins, of course, won 6 Selke trophies. Ray Bourque's historic career, played more than 20 seasons with the Bruins, 1,506 points and 5 Norris Trophy wins. Phil Esposito played 9 seasons with the Bruins, 8 and part of a ninth, led the league in goals 6 straight seasons, and Bobby Orr 8 Norris trophies in his 10 years with the Bruins. The guy I took off the Mount Rushmore for Bergeron was Johnny Busick. He actually is the franchise's all-time leading scorer. But other honorable mentions include Cam Neely, Tiny Thompson, Tuukka Rask, Frank Brimzik, Eddie Shore, Zdeno Chara, Brad Marchand, and David Pasternak, Rick Milton, and Ken Hodge as well. But in the end, I decided that the best player in Boston Bruins history is defenseman Bobby Orr. Made his NHL debut during the 1966-67 season, ended up playing 10 years with the Bruins from till 75-76. He was named a Norris Trophy winner as the league's top defenseman 8 straight seasons from 1967-68 until 74-75. Incredible. Also won 3 straight Hart trophies as the league MVP from 1969-70 until 71-72. Let's take a look at his season-by-season numbers via his hockey reference page. So not only did he win 3 Hart trophies for league MVP, he finished third 4 times, 4th and 6th in his career. Bold ink galore on his hockey reference page as he led the league in assists 5 times, points twice, plus minus 6 times. In 631 games with the Bruins, he was a plus 574. So nearly plus 1 per game. 631 games total with Boston, 264 goals, 624 assists, 888 points. Incredible numbers from a defenseman. In 1970-71, his 102 assists and 139 points are both NHL records still today for a defenseman. 46 goals was his career high in the 74-75 season. Only Paul Coffey, the only defenseman to have more than that in a season. He had 3 other seasons where he scored over 30 goals. He had a total of 5 seasons of at least 80 assists, over 100 points, 6 straight seasons from 69-70 until 74-75. He was a part of 2 cup-winning teams with the Bruins in 1970 and 1972. Both of those, he was named the Conn Smythe as the playoff MVP in 74 playoff games with the Bruins, 26 goals, 66 assists, 92 points, a plus 60. Um, Recorded 10 hat tricks in his career, all with Boston. His last 2 seasons were with the Chicago Blackhawks. Unfortunately, knee troubles really derailed his career after his first 9 seasons. His last season with Boston, he only played 10 games and then just 26 games total in his 2 years with the Blackhawks. Um, Most of his damage, of course, was done with the Boston Bruins. His 645 assists are 73rd all time. Just an incredible player, fifth all time as a defenseman, averaging 1.39 points per game. Bobby Orr, seen by some as a Mount Rushmore guy in the entire NHL history. I mean, The Athletic did their top 100 players in the modern era. So I think since 1961 or 1967, a couple years back, they had him third, only behind Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. A lot of people would put those three along with Gordie Howe on the NHL Mount Rushmore, and Bobby Orr would have a very strong case at being the all-time GOAT of the NHL if his career was a little bit longer, but nonetheless still seen as one of the two, three, four best players by many in NHL history. And even with Ray Bourque and Phil Esposito being, absolutely incredible players, easily first ballot Hall of Famers. Bobby Orr is the best Bruin in franchise history. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Do you agree with the Mount Rushmore? Now, with all of these, I take a look at the active roster, decide if anyone has a chance to overtake the GOAT. No. Make the Mount Rushmore, or be an honorable mention. There's already two active guys that are honorable mentions. That's Brad Marchand and David Pastrnak. Um, Pastrnak, he is still relatively young. He's 28 years old through 10 seasons, 348 goals, 727 points. But this is definitely a challenging Mount Rushmore to get on. Other than that, really maybe a Jeremy Swayman now that he should get the bulk of the goaltending with Boston, with Olmark traded away. But, still a long way to go for him to even be an honorable mention because the Boston Bruins, 100 years of history, so many great players. But anyhow, stay tuned for tomorrow. I will be doing the Buffalo Sabres. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.